Yo, your mic is on, bruh.
How you turn the music down? Bring that joint back up, baby. Come on now. I can't hear you.
Get it.
My left headphone is up. All
right,
here we go. It's Sunday, Monday, Saturday. Have a good time today. Everybody, move your body. Too big, yeah, that's sad. Oh my goodness. Yo, you messed my flow up, dog.
Yo.
Take your time. Go ahead, somebody take that.
Yo. Turn my mic up. Watch this. Real talk. We always clowning, hanging around and getting down and freestyling on the MIC. Radio Real Talk, that be you and me. Listen to what we gotta say. We flow this way each and every day, but preferably on Sundays, not Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. What?
All right, John, come on, John. You gotta grab
But it's finally my turn to rock the mic, and I'ma rock the mic, and I'ma rock it right, cause I got the flow to let you know. I said this last time, but that's okay, you know. Yeah, I mess up every day, and I wanna flow this away. I don't know what else I can say, but hey, let's go live by the bay and drink some lemonade. Hey,
What? Yo, this stuff is easy. Believe me. Real talk. Be up in your easy A-R-E. Yeah, that's it.
Real Talk Radio, Freestyle Session. What is this, number 4? Number 4? Y'all want some more? One more. Y'all looking for us to be pleasing ya, because we out there, it can see ya. Y'all don't be seeing us, but we out to bust. A fresh flow, a fresh rhyme. We gonna do this again, maybe not like this next time.
You got it. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk.
I got another one?
Nah, we good. I'm good. You good?
Stop that.
yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
I know somebody right now having a club flashback. They're having a club flashback. They don't know what to do with themselves right now.
Let's get it.
Y'all ain't really ready.
Welcome to Real Talk Radio, the show that says just because you don't attend with them does not mean that you're not in Him. The Him being Jesus. Let's talk about it on Real Talk Radio with Elgin and friends. This show is a continuation of the Church Folk Revolution. Enjoy the show.
Real Talk Radio is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Wife, your husband, and your children.
Still rhyming.
We decided today that we wanted to have a open mic session, aka we just wanted to have some fun today. We know that life is incredibly difficult. Everybody we know is going through a difficult time of some sort, some way, and we know things is real out here. So today we just want to laugh, we want to joke, we want to have a good time. We have no topic, no agenda, no script. We have nothing. So I know somewhere TJ is like, oh my goodness, they are going to kick us off the air with these three dudes, the things they're going to say today.
What we going to say? Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let me get that out. Welcome to Real Talk Radio. You heard Ellen just said. Today is Sunday, April 22nd, 2012. And like he said, we ain't got no agenda, no topic. We ain't got nothing. We just talking. Open mic. So we want y'all to call in. Y'all got questions for us? You want to cuss us out, tell us we suck, whatever, anything, man. Call us. If you want to sing and you think you can freestyle better than us, what? We put the challenge out there. We ready. Today is just a day, man. No agenda.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? We're going to talk about anything. Elton got some comedy he wanted to let out, you know.
Some so-called comedy. Y'all heard three of the best, wackest rappers in the world. Y'all just heard it. The best, wackest rappers in the world.
We love Jesus.
That's enough. You know what? I feel like doing it. I feel like freestyling. Nah, they ain't ready. They ain't ready for nothing.
Yo, the mixtape is coming soon. I'm telling you.
Who's the producer?
The mixtape. We tried to get CD to come through, but he's busy right now, so I don't know what's going to happen. Hey, we need to pray first. John, you want to pray, bro? Please, we need some anointment up on this show today. So why don't you go ahead and seek the Lord in our behalf, bro, please.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you in the name of Jesus, and we come to thank you, oh God, for the gathering of the saints together, oh God. And we ask you, oh God, that you just be with us on the show, oh God, as we show forth your love, and we let the Jesus in us, oh God, show forth. And we don't want to come off as being arrogant or any of those things, but we just want to be the humble gentlemen that we are, and let our light so shine before men that they may glorify our Father in heaven. All this is prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
This dude said, "Oh God, Lord God," about 8 times within a 20-second prayer. How do we do that? You know what? Next time you listen to somebody pray, see how many times they say Lord or God or Heavenly Father.
Hey,
I mean, dude just said it like 9. Are they like space spirit or something?
No. I'm telling you, parents, if you take your kids to church. I counted George.
It was like 18 times in 3 minutes.
Parents, if you take
I don't know if y'all ever listen to any of the archive shows. If y'all hear a number just get shouted out, that's what it is.
27.
Go ahead, Elton.
Y'all got the number? I'm just going to give out the number real quick. You can give us a call if you want to get in on the show. If you want to sing or rap or you want to do some little comedy, just call in and let us know. The number is 661-449-9951. Again, 661-449-9951. Write it down.
That's right. If you got a testimony you want to share, man, you know, even if you got a word from the Lord you'd like to share, anything, man, it's open mic. If you're a poet, you have some poetry you want to read, if you want to sing, if you want to rap.
If you want to dance, call in. Whatever you want to do. This is all about everybody today, just showing some love to everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to the folk in the chat room, Brother Leonard. We got Chantel, the Overcomer, Chippy Sweet, the Goddess Girl Radio, Winona Russ, and all the guests. Appreciate you. Call it.
Shout outs.
Hey, if y'all wanna give us some ties, just go ahead and send it to us.
Virtual.
Just send it to me. Don't send it to them.
P.O. Box Pimpin' is what you can send it to.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Ezra, you were saying something about kids in church?
Oh, man. I was just going to tie into something. I'm afraid if I try to say it now, it ain't going to be funny. I'm not going to let y'all play me yet.
Go ahead, say it, man. We ain't going to laugh.
No. I know y'all. I was going to say, parents, if you want to keep your kids focused in church while that old deacon is praying, have your kids count how many times he said Jesus. It's a good way of entertaining your kids and letting them know.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. That was your warning. Please watch this show today and be sensitive. You may not make it. This ain't your mama and daddy's church show. Believe me. You won't make it today.
Oh, man, that's funny.
You're going to tell us we ain't saved today.
Just from the Biggie joint.
Yeah. Y'all want to run that again? Y'all want to run that back?
Play a little bit.
No.
Nah, not yet. I think
that was another setup. I say yes, and then they play me, and then they say, nah. To make me look like I'm silly, which I am. But that's right.
Anyway, so what's up, man? You want to get some more shout-outs, Evan?
Oh man, I just got a few shout outs to some folk that, I've been seeing doing some big things. Shout out to all the Facebook and Twitter pastors, who plaster their walls with verses. Then you see them clicking porn star pages. Shout out to y'all this morning. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the baby daddies who mad at their baby mamas, so they decide to tithe the child support instead. Good look. Good move. Shout out to all the people who keep their cell phones on in church just so they update their Facebook and their Twitter. We appreciate
what they be saying? What they be saying?
They talking about sister so and so. You know how they do. Try to play it off, act like they got the Bible app open. You ain't got the Bible.
Right.
Doggone well, you trying to update your Twitter right now. What happened last night?
I got a shout out too. Shout out to everybody with their cell phones, their cameras on their phones, trying to take pictures of people's hair in church, trying to take pictures of people when they pass out, trying to take pictures of wigs falling off. You know you out there, and if it's you, stop it. That's a place of worship. It's not a place for you to post picture updates of people passing, of people sleeping in church, calling it a sleep ministry. Stop.
Yo, shout out to all the black women who didn't want to get baptized today because they just got their hair done yesterday. Shout out to y'all. We get good look on that.
I got a shout out to everybody. I got a shout out too. I got a shout out. I want to give a shout out to everybody, to Team Swag. Everybody got swag somewhere in their name. Either it's their username, they password somewhere. Swag this, swag that. They try to do it SWAAG, SWAGG, adding all different kind of stuff with it. I got my Christ swag on. Whatever. All you Christ swaggers out there, Bobby Swagger, whatever you is, shout out to all you swag. Team Swag, let's get it.
Y'all need to stop.
Team Swag.
You had to have swag to go on the cross. You need to cut it out and sit down somewhere. You know what? One more shout out. Shout out to all the people who just got saved but didn't take their club pictures down off their page, their Facebook page. Please. Take them joints down, please. You got all your boys hanging out, showing all the crack and everything. Take them joints down, please.
Let's bring Brother Kev on real quick. I got another shout out too. Want to get you got the general. You on here with us, General? Brother Kev, he'll be on in a second. I want to give a shout out to all the servers who gonna get them mad tips today later on at Red Lobster and Golden Corral. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to the bus boys who's fighting at Golden Corral over the tables today, knowing folks is coming in from church.
Shout out to Eric. I want to shout out to everybody that got a Facebook profile picture in their bathroom with the shower curtain all packed up in their bathtub dirty.
Oh, not the bathroom dirty. Oh man.
Yes. And they might mad at them like, why do you take a picture like that and put it on Facebook with my house looking like that?
She ain't mad at it. The picture, she was mad that they took the picture with the bathroom was dirty.
Hey, shout out to all the black
the bathroom mirror was dirty.
With heels on, but got a pair of flip-flops and flats in their bag. Shout out to y'all.
They're actually changing before they start shouting.
They kick them joints off and just slip their flats on. Good look to y'all. We appreciate what y'all go through to look good.
Oh, man. Brother Kev, you on with us, man? Not yet. Come on, y'all. We waiting. We just having fun today, man. Like I said, no topic, no agenda. We ain't really got nothing. We have topics, but we can talk about. Man.
We can talk about folk.
We just want to take a break. And we appreciate y'all listening in. Call in 661-449-9951. You want to get on the clown with us, man. If you got a testimony, if you think you can sing, we'll be the judges like Sunday's Best. We have a contest. Rap.
I'm telling you, I'm going to be Simon from the gate to let you know, like American Idol.
You're going to be three Simon.
Can I be old Paula, though? Old fine Paula?
Drunk? You going to be drunk?
My bitches out there, dog.
Oh, man.
Yo, a new job, man. Just to share with everybody. Thanks everybody for your prayers. I got a new job. I'm doing some cooking, and I happen to work in a kitchen. You know what I mean? Slicing and dicing.
That's normally where you cook at.
Sauteing some stuff.
Right. I hope in the kitchen.
Mind your business. Let me go ahead with my story. Anyway, I work in a kitchen with a bunch of women. And listen, yesterday I'm sitting there dicing some stuff up, so you know what they started talking about. They started talking about how bad men are. I took a break so fast, you don't understand. I was gone. You understand? Because some of the stuff that they were saying was so on point, and you ain't had no choice but to agree with them. Like, yo, that dude is dumb. You spending the rent money on stuff that you shouldn't be spending on. You know, you ain't calling and checking in to let your girl know where you. I mean, just some stuff. And I was sitting back, yo, some men really make it hard for other men.
That's true. That's true.
Really make it hard for good dudes. I was like, yo, I couldn't say nothing. What am I going to say? You know, you want to defend men. You want to be like, no, man, we good dudes. You know what I mean? But then when you hear the stories, you're like, can I go to lunch now? just get up out this joint, get away.
Now, but did they have knives behind you and stuff when they were talking about stuff?
Sharp knives. They had slicing. I'm in the middle of three women standing in the middle.
Boiling bouillon.
Yo, hot stuff all over the place. And all I can think about is hot grits flying. I'm like, yo, I got to get up out of here. I'm not trying to hear all that. Please. And where I work in a college town. Where I live in a college town. There's this new thing now with all these women wearing these black tights. Now, see, anytime you say black tights around a bunch of men, there's always going to be a pause. It's going to be we're not going to be a little pause, so it's going to be a little silence, like.
Your imagination go wild.
We're not sure how to proceed. But ladies, listen, we need y'all to put the tights away. Or put a blanket on, or a sheet, something to cover all that up. And then for those ladies whose body is not, how do I want to say this nicely, not made for the tights, you know what I'm saying? That they got extra stomachs that's hanging all over. Please, you need somebody in your life to tell you that's not what it's hitting for. Please, help us.
Wow. Wow. What about what? I even shudder to say this.
Whenever you say that,
because you know you have to flip it too, because you got a lot of dudes out there who be wearing these muscle shirts who don't need to be wearing no muscle shirts. You know what I'm saying? You know he got C cups, but he trying to wear a white beater outside. Dude, put a shirt on, bro. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? You got C cups, but you got on a white beater and you sagging with dirty boxers on.
But you got a fresh haircut. Everything else is trifling, but you got a fresh haircut. It's like, yo, I don't understand that, because growing up in my house, you weren't allowed to wear that type of stuff walking around the house or going outside. You couldn't go outside with no T-shirt and all that type of stuff on. Oh, no. If ladies couldn't do it, bro, you couldn't do it. And some of these dudes, knowing they got a keg instead of a six-pack.
Not a keg.
Oh, yeah. I want to give one shout-out, too. Shout out to all the mamas who got their hair did, but their baby's hair look like who did it and what for. Y'all know y'all seen it in church. Y'all know y'all seen it. Mamas looking like they came from a cosmopolitan factory.
Yo,
you know,
mama look like
their hair did up, but their little girl looked like they just put it in two nappy ponytails.
Like she just picked her up from the homeless shelter. Yeah, that's how our people be doing, unfortunately.
I got another shout out too. Yeah, they just be popping up, man. Shout out to the baby mamas that's sitting in churches that won't take their crying babies out of service so everybody else can hear the pastor. They just won't get up. They won't get up. The baby's screaming, but they will act like they can't hear the baby.
And they be yelling, amen.
Amen. Hey, I want to give a real shout out to my boy Sean Lindsay. I don't know if he's listening or not. But he told me one time he was in church, he heard a baby crying, and it scared him because the baby was crying, had a deep voice. He was like, wah, wah, wah.
Baby 6 months and I already got a Barry White voice. You need to cut it out.
Yeah,
But I love, I'm a big Facebook dude, man. I like Facebook. I know a lot of people be clowning on it. But, boy, I'm telling you, Sunday morning, it's so funny how you see the transformation from Saturday night around 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock a.m. to Sunday morning right about 9 o'clock. Folk at 1 o'clock done posted every wretched, ratchet thing they done did at the club and did it. And then at 9 o'clock, thank you, Jesus, for rising me up this morning. You need to try something different. Get a Twitter. Put all your grown folk business on Twitter. Okay? Put all your other stuff, your nice stuff on Facebook, because that's Facebook. Twitter's for the grown people. Can we do it like that, please? I'm just trying to help you out.
Oh, man. You know what? If you're on Facebook, and I know everybody on Facebook got at least 100 friends. Not everybody, but if you got over 200 friends, 300 friends, don't you hate it when every day you got like 4 birthdays to put out? Then you got like happy birthday on like 4 people's wall. Then it's like every day you saying happy birthday to somebody. That's why I only got like 3 friends on Facebook. 3.
Oh, man. No, but then when you think about that, you see the people who you really don't know, you like, should I say happy birthday to him? I don't even know that dude.
I don't even talk to him. He only friends because, I used to date his sister. Hey, really cool.
I do want to say happy birthday to him.
He don't deserve happy birthday. He ain't say happy birthday to me.
He ain't say happy birthday to me. Plus, I don't like his sister no more, so I ain't saying happy birthday.
Right. Now, do you keep track of when on your birthday everybody say happy birthday to you? You be trying to count them. You be trying to count them like, okay, I had, 87 people told me happy birthday today. Yeah.
I want to say thank you to all 87 people who said happy birthday to me today. I appreciate it. And to the other 2,043 who didn't, F y'all.
And then you got to make a decision that whether you're going to acknowledge each person individually by saying thank you or just with the like button.
Yeah. Just hit like or put a general. Thanks to all the birthday shout-outs I got today.
Put a general. God bless all y'all.
Oh, man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
But I love social media, though, dog. I'm serious. Social media is a good time, boy. I'm telling you.
So, whatever happened to Black Planet, man? Y'all, you still on Black Planet?
I got a Black Planet page that I done had since 83.
83? He said 83. What was you, 9 years old?
I was doing big things as a 9-year-old, dog. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
He was on Black Planet.
You know you had to lie. Shout out to all the kids, underage kids on Facebook. You know you ain't supposed to have a Facebook page till you 12.
I was literally, I know a little girl who 8 years old who mom let her get a Facebook page. I was like, baby girl, you can't even spell Facebook.
Right. You can spell it. 2 separate words.
She put her hands on her hip and rolled her head. I'm going to go F-A-C-E.
Oh, man. So Elvin, you had this back in 83.
Yeah, I was in Black Planet for a minute.
When they had them big green screens and the green screens.
Yeah, bro. I had it all. I done had AOL, Black Planet. I used to do Yahoo. The Yahoo chat. MySpace.
You got Black America Web.
You was bored, bro. You was bored.
I said that. I wasn't really a big fan of MySpace though. MySpace wasn't my thing. It just seemed to be too much work, man. People were spending hours to make their MySpace profile glitter. What?
Mm-hmm.
To make what?
Yeah,
make it glitter. You know, to make it all shiny and all that.
Yeah, listeners, if y'all want to talk to us, just call us, y'all. Just call on in. 661-449-9951. Feel free.
Please. I think we mentioned Jesus so far 3 times, so we're doing pretty good.
You count?
I did. I counted. That was 4 times just now. 4.
Okay.
We go. Gotta meet the quota though. You know what I mean? The quota's 5, so I mean we gotta meet the quota.
That's just tradition, brother. That's just tradition.
Hey, so what y'all think about that Tupac hologram? How they trying to bring Tupac back with the hologram?
Tupac has got to be the most deadest alive dude I've ever met before in my life.
I mean,
He's
like
more alive than Elvis.
Yo, every time I turn around, it's something with Tupac.
But they brought him back to life with the hologram. Now, I had if they can do that and make it real, because it's this dude who owed me like $42.
Yeah.
And he passed away a few years ago. I want to bring him back like a hologram to get my money.
Yo, why would black folks will do anything to get their money? You know what I'm saying?
He told that, what was that, Booty Tang? I want my money, man.
My money, man.
What movie was that? What movie was that? That wasn't Pootie Tang. It was a dude from Pootie Tang that was doing it.
Pootie Tang.
Oh, man.
Was that Hollywood Shuffle?
Mm-hmm. But I really didn't like the holograph thing, man. It just seemed to be real creepy to me. It's like, can we let dude just be dead? I mean, why we keep? What is so important, so big about this brother that we got to constantly make sure he's a part of our lives somehow? Why?
Worship. Happens in our hearts.
I mean, that was just my thought. And I see a lot of
I see it. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying. I'm done.
No, I was just saying.
We got a caller, y'all. We got a caller, too.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Bring the caller on.
The caller on.
Caller from the 256. We just clowning today. We ain't got no topic, no agenda. Who do we have on us, and what you want to share?
Talking about 256.
Hey, I'm a poet, and I just got a piece of poetry that I was wanting to read.
Okay.
Actually, I got two, and I was trying to decide which one. It was called "Killing Fields" or "Awake, O Ye Sleepers."
Read both of them.
You want me to?
Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm gonna do this "Killing Fields" piece then.
Okay.
And I wrote this in honor. Well, in honor of I wouldn't say in honor, but in Martin Luther King 43rd assassination. Okay. Hatred assassinated the dream, yet remnants of injustice, peace, children, patiently waits today. Justice rolled down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Like a nuclear reaction, the world problem create turmoil in America. A cerebral earthquake rips rather than shake up my thought process. Tidal waves of opinion flood my mind. An analytical tsunami is in the making as I reminisce on New Orleans, Haiti, New Zealand, Japan, and Alabama. Mother Nature regurgitated her wrath and throws up devastation all over the land. The faces of dead presidents become the new poster child for survivors. As remorseful pockets filled with sympathy, empathy, and apathy toss greenback at a Red Cross, displaying a futile attempt to console the mourners of loved one lost. From the relief fund, buy Miss Nature and applesauce, because it's her that we need relief from. And chants of freedom rings out across the great divide as the free world witness a revolution in the Middle East being broadcast live. A tyrant executed, a terrorist found and slain. Another tried to bring the uprising in Syria. If history indeed repeats itself, I ask, will Afghanistan be another Vietnam? What's really going on? See, hatred assassinated the dream, yet the remnants of injustice, peace, children, patiently wait today. Justice rolled down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Negativity plagues the media. You have fathers against sons and daddies abusing moms, inmates versus the state. The Senate won't support the House. Left wing versus the right. Hypocrites opposed to church. Straight hating gays and darkness fighting the light. The rich ignoring the poor and haters hating on the game. It's time out. No time remains. Real talk. The streets are watching. Talks of apocalypse. Antichrist unapologetic tell believers to commit atrocities and all kinds of atrocities. A visionary vision is put on a microscope, scrutinized and criticized. Yet, without an alibi, blatant acts of violence and suicide continue to rise. Mercy, mercy me. Hatred assassinated the dream. Yet, remnants of injustice, peace, children, patiently waits the day justice roll down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. This put the church on notice. Church, turn your Bibles too. Now in the last days, perilous times shall come. People will love only themselves and money. They will be proud. They will be stuck up, rude, and disobedient to their parents. Ungrateful, unholy, heartless, hateful, cruel speech, and no self-control or pity. They will hate everything that is good. Instead of loving God, they will love pleasure. They will make a show of being religion, and their religion won't be real. I ask, do this look and sound familiar? Church, can I get a witness? You see, hatred assassinated the dreams, yet remnants of injustice. Peace children patiently waits the day justice roll down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Around the globe, soldiers of Afghanistan fighting the Taliban, foreign rebels rebelling against an evil regiment, police beating unarmed citizens, drug lords on the border shooting ATF agents, gangs killing innocent bystanders, road scholar kids pistol whipping their parents, racists outlaw murdering our children, and a pilot is unable to fly yet unable to stand trial. The weather won't be still, we won't let up. Dr. Oz, please give pain a lower tablet and suffering a sleeping pill. Peace, please be still. People quit hating and start praying for a ceasefire in these killing fields. That's what the state's on blast. See, peace waiting on justice to prevail is in for a surprising, a rude awakening, the pre-riskies of a dream. The day that justice rolled down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. It's enough to make the most staunch civil rights movement stand on a memorial step and stream. Damn, damn, damn. America, America. Did y'all forget I had a dream? You feel me?
Yo. Okay. I like that. That was hot. Bro, you got another one? Go ahead and bless us with another one. You got another one before we let you go?
Yeah. This is called Awake, O Ye Sleepers.
All right, O Ye Sleepers.
Yeah. Awake thou that sleep and rise from the dead. Cruising on a freeway in a fast lane of life. Disengaged and drifting, detached from reality. Crippled, maimed, and broken by the wayward ways of an ill society. Sick, drug-infested mentalities, binging up and down like a bad elevator. Rats and roaches scavenging and surviving in urban projects. They ain't afraid of raids like blue-collar exterminators. Baby-born instant addicts, seemingly by habit. Innocent lives are scattered like huge 50 crack vials, seeping venomous poison into the bloodstreams of a new generation. Intoxicated, high, angry, and full of rebellion. Young sleepers, make up our bed. Rise up to be led. Awake thou that sleep and rise from the dead. Sound the alarm and put out an ammo alert. Little Lady Liberty is missing, devoid of religious values. Kidnapped by atheists infused with corrupt morals. Domestic terrorists fiend for the blood of young Twilight fans. Attempting to invade homes where the morale is already low. Perimeter temperatures high and the mortgage is about to foreclose. Groceries ate up the last unemployment check. Bank accounts on zero, depressed and now stressed. Entertaining the thought of murder-suicide, penniless and hopeless. I ask, wake out that sleep and arise from the dead. Are you not hopeless? Are you not without hope? 3 tours overseas, mother and child alone abroad. Dusty, intense desert heat deprived of sleep. Standing guard in comeback boots. An anxious mind by which comeback has taken a toll. Snaps at the sound of another roadside bomb. Make it in vogue, a veteran soldier turn rogue. Sleepers, make up thy bed. Rise up to lead. Awake thou that sleep and arise from the dead. A black child walking in a gated community. The neighborhood watch captain threatened by a young face armed with a bag of skillets. Determined to uphold a controversial law and stand his ground. The child gets deadly bullets while the racist outlaw get immunity. America, where is justice when you need him? The land of the brave is now where cowards kill and execute the innocent. Emmett, Trayvon, Troy, and countless other of our black men in the judicial system have been found dead way before they were found not guilty. Let me repeat that. Emmett, Trayvon, Troy, and countless other of our young black men in our judicial system have been found dead way before they were found not guilty. Sleepers, make up thy bed and rise up and check yourself. Stand and do something. Awake thou that sleep and rise from the dead. Fathers who abandon their seed, wake up. Throneless kings neglecting their royal responsibilities, wake up. Mothers to be aborting the results of temporary love flings, wake up. Messy parishioners following an undoctrined tradition that reduces the church to a holy social club, wake up. Desperate politicians and biased judges with impaired vision whose career won't see 2020, wake up. Greedy executives and uncaring educators, prejudiced policemen, wake up. Pedophiles, pimps, prostitutes, drug dealers, murderers, wake up. Liars, backsliders, backbiters, backstabbers, wake up. Non-believers and sinners alike, awake all you sleepers and make up thy bed, and Christ shall give thee light. Walk not as fools, but as wise, redeeming this time, because the days are evil. I tell you, awake and rise up to be leaders or to be led. Awake all that are asleep, and arise from the dead. That's it.
Wow. I was sitting over here getting my snap on. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
I know Brother Lee was loving that.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank y'all for letting me share. By the way,
What's your name, man?
Government, Gary Malone.
Gary Malone, okay.
You can find me on Facebook in Athens, Alabama. But, I was happening to just flipping through some shows looking for some poetry. Then I happened to see y'all episode where it said open mic, and I just thought I'd join in and share, you know.
Okay,
but
well, appreciate it.
Well, I thank you all for for giving us poets a voice to where another platform where we can share our poetry and hear our voice can be heard. I'm going to fall back and continue to listen to the show and just thank y'all for the love and the support.
All right. Thank you. That was Brother Gary, y'all. If y'all got something y'all want to share, man, call in 661-449-9951.
I've always liked that, man. That's always been the spoken word, poetry, stuff like that. That seem to be real popular nowadays. I've always been a big fan of that.
You got some? Give us some for you. I know you got something, Elton.
Yeah, I got some, but I got my stuff written down. I'm not going to dig in the crates, man. But
you got something. You memorized something.
Oh, I ain't got nothing memorized, bro.
I got a poem.
Okay, I'm nervous about your poem, though. Do I need to give you some ground rules for your poem, bro? I mean, no profanity, no booty talk, okay, and no talking about exes. We good. Go ahead.
Talking about who?
Exes, ex-lovers, ex.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. I got one. I got me a car with 4 wheels on it. It drives real slow, and I made it up on it. Yeah, I made that word up. I know it don't make no sense, but y'all listen to my poem. So jump over the fence.
Boo! Get out of here. Boo!
I ain't no poet.
I think it's a really sad state of affairs when we got to give our own selves applause.
Hey, let me tell y'all what I did yesterday. For real. Hey, I did this for real. This happened. Y'all know I like to play too much. Yes. I was, it's a store called Roses, almost like Big Lots. Y'all have Big Lots? They have Big Lots?
We got Big Lots.
Okay. I was at Big Lots. Well, it's called Roses. It's like Big Lots. Okay. So, I was over there looking at some like electronic stuff. And this dude, I just asked him a question like, you know if they have any more of these. And he was like, nope. So I had to stop. I looked him dead in the eye and was like, I love you, man. And I just walked away. What would you do if somebody did that to you? I just looked him dead in the eye like, I love you, man. Like, I was dead serious, like, I love you, man. And I just walked away from this dude. I wonder what he was thinking. He probably put it on Facebook like, this dude is trying to pick me up.
But you know what? I just want to give a round of applause to John, who's had to be this dude's twin brother for this many years. Who had to put up with these type of jokes. You are commendable, my friend. You have the patience of Job to do it.
You can see how much corn I had to pick out of my ears.
No.
Whatever accolades I just gave you, I take back. I see why y'all twins now with jokes like that.
Oh wow. Okay. Look, I'm about to play this clip. Some stand-up comedy I did.
Sure,
I'm gonna play.
And then you really ain't no thug if when you go to the bathroom, you got to put toilet paper down on the toilet. You ain't no real thug. You ain't no thug. Speaking of bathrooms, anybody here working in an office setting? Yes. Working off a lot of people. Okay, so y'all know where I'm coming from. I'm working in a hospital. Okay, so you know there's certain rules when you got to do number 2 at work, right? Certain rules. You cannot do number 2 on your floor. Right? You got to go to another floor to do number 2. And then you know you got to put that toilet paper down because you ain't no thug. Right? You ever been putting the toilet paper down on the toilet seat? You got it all like how you want it, and you about to sit there, and then the toilet paper go in the toilet. Oh my God! You sitting there shaking. You got to get that toilet paper down. Go ahead. Now, is it just me? I just want to make sure that it's me. And sometimes you just feel uncomfortable getting up with other people in the bathroom. You know, you ready to get up. As soon as you're ready to get up, somebody come in. I'm going to wait it out. And then you peek that little crack. And you see the thing and wash their hands. You're like, oh, look at Dave. He's nasty. He bet that ass to ball my pin. Oh, nasty Dave. Nasty. And what about somebody just come and just sit down? They don't put no toilet paper down. I was like, I got somebody one day, though, man. I was washing my hands. Man, you know, you can't just shake everybody's hands. I like to give people that nowadays. So I got to realize I was washing my hands, I didn't drown. As soon as I came out the bathroom, I was like, what's up, bro? What's up? And she was saying, like, I forgot to wash my hands. I'm like, oh, man, what's going on? That's nasty. That's nasty. You ever went in the bathroom and somebody already blew it up? You were washing your hands, and while you were washing your hands, somebody else come in and looking at you like you were they looking at you singing. You ever was the one who really blew it up? It wasn't me. Let me tell y'all what happened to me one time. I had to go so bad. No, I didn't. I was, I did have to go. But I had to number 2 to number 1. But I went in there. It was so bad. I had to go back there. I just peed on myself. Forget it. I'm not going. I'm just going. It was that bad. You ever walked in on somebody? Yeah. In the bathroom? You ever do that? That's embarrassing. This is embarrassing for both parties, ain't it? I don't know who's more embarrassed, the walker or the walkie. You know, and what happens as soon as you go in? You know, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you in there. And they're like, oh, it's okay.
That was genuinely funny, dude.
He said it was genuinely funny.
Because you know when you hear somebody say, yeah, I'm funny, man. You know, I do a little stand-up. And they go and you sitting there, you support them. And they You just holding your breath the whole time. One joke. I was holding my breath like. That was real funny, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, that's real life, though. It's real life. I just give real. And then somebody said the smell stays in your weed for about an hour. No, that happened. Like the part, like I went to the bathroom and somebody had already blew it up, man. And then it was like I'm just washing my hands. Somebody came in looking at me like I'm the one who blew it up. Like I didn't blow it up, man. They still turning their nose out. That's gross. They need some automatic sprayers or something in these bathrooms.
Well, I tell you, only on Church Folk Revolution Network, Real Talk Radio, can you hear of folks telling stories and jokes about voodoo.
On a Sunday afternoon.
But man, we just want to make sure, man, and let everybody know, just because you are a born-again believer does not mean you can't laugh. That don't mean you can't joke. I'm so sick and tired of stuffy Christians. It drives me up the wall. I'm serious. People who just want to turn everything into WWJD. They don't want to go to a movie. They don't want to go to a specific restaurant. Everything, and I understand. I do. I understand. You know, some people have, issues with going to restaurants that serve alcohol and things. I understand that. But let's not turn everything into the cross. Yo, have some fun. Enjoy life. Laugh. Smile. Life is too doggone short for you to be not watching a movie. Now, I'm not saying go watch some porn or inappropriate stuff. Let's say, for instance, that movie just came out yesterday, or came out Friday. Think Like a Man, to Steve Harvey. Now, we know Steve Harvey been married 19 times. We understand that he got 4 baby mamas and 18. We understand all that. We know he probably ain't as saved can be. We understand that. But it's a comedy. You go and you see the comedy so you can do what? Laugh.
Oh, wow.
People write theological dissertations or Think Like a Man. Well, this scripture here, if you don't go ahead and sit down somewhere, I'm sick and tired of folks. I'm telling you, I want people to have a good time and enjoy life. And not to turn this into a sermon, but Jesus came to give us a life, to give us freedom. Enjoy it while you got a chance, man. So let's have a good time. Somebody call in and just say something silly. Please, say something. I ain't got to listen to the twins. Say something funny. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, you don't listen to us. You don't listen to us.
Uh-huh. Right. Won't you share, Elgin, how you came to be with the Lord?
Okay. Lord have mercy.
Never mind.
I was just, when I said Lord have mercy, I was thinking about which version.
Which version?
Yeah.
So you got saved like 3 times in 1 week?
Well, I wanted to say the first time that I got introduced to Christ, but then when I became a believer. Well, my story is a little different. I became a believer when I was like 25, man. I first got introduced to Christ at 12 after my mother was killed. I went to live with my aunt and stayed with her, and she was, I was a drug baby. I got drugged to every service, every church, Monday through Sunday. I mean, I was always there.
You got saved at every service?
Of course, I fell off, did what I wanted to do. Well, this one particular year, I'm a single dad. I've been a single dad for a long time. I got a beautiful 15-year-old, about to be a 16-year-old daughter. But this one particular summer, every summer I sent my daughter to go stay with her mom because that was free time for me to enjoy life. But this one particular summer I sent my daughter to go stay with her mom, and I was just living it up. You hear what I'm saying? I was having a blast.
Mm-hmm.
For the church and work hungover, your boy was there. Yeah, church and work. You know what I mean? I was going hungover. But I got a call from my daughter's mother telling me that I need to come get my daughter. I'm like, yo, I just dropped her off last week. My time ain't started yet. So in the background, I can hear my daughter screaming like somebody was hurting her. So here I am. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to go get her now. So
how old was she?
My daughter at this time, she was 7 or 8 at this point in time.
Okay.
She was still young. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there in my living room, and this is right around the Mike Tyson fight. He was fighting Holyfield for the second time. You know what I mean? That's one of the things to remember. And I got my gun sitting here, a 48 Colt 45. I got porn all over the place, liquor, you know, condoms. I'm just living life at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there after I got off the phone with her, thinking to myself, how in the world am I going to be able to bring this girl back into this lifestyle? So I'm sitting there and I'm crying and I'm yelling at God, talking. I'm yelling, cussing, screaming at God, talking about how he let me down, how I can't believe he, you know, let my mom die, how I grew up, and how he let my brother get killed. I'm just giving everything I had because I wasn't sure how I was going to make it through to raise my daughter the right way coming back. So I'm crying, and my sister gave me this Bible, this New Living Translation Bible 2 Christmases ago. Man, that doggone Bible sat on my table in the box for I don't know how long. I never opened it, but this one particular day, I end up opening up the Bible, and of course, you know, I turn right to John 3:16, and as I'm crying out, pouring out, I'm like, God, I don't want to do this no more. And at that point in time, I was contemplating suicide. I was really seriously thinking about just ending it all. Just like, yo, I can't handle life. I can either drink myself to oblivion, or I can put this 45 to my head and just end it. But that's when I began to just pray and cry out to God. Next thing I know, I'm taking the one out of the chamber. I'm taking the clip out. I'm pouring all my liquor out. I'm throwing all my porn and my condoms away. I make a phone call and I go get my daughter. As I'm driving to go get her, I'm praying and asking God to just change me from the inside out. From then, here I am.
All right. Wow. So you had 40, you had the Glock, Johnny 2 Glocks.
Hey, man.
Great thing about this, I'll tell you, she will sit here and say to you today, she was like, Dad, I love the man that you are now. But the one without Christ, he used to scare me. So she's seen, which has really helped her in her own walk with Christ. She's actually seen somebody go from, you know, BC to with Christ and understand what that transformation looks like. She knows it's not perfect. She knows it's, so she's seen that. She's seen me kick in her door, her mom's door, and put a gun to her mom's head. So she's seen me be in that state, but she's also seen me weeping and praying and crying out to God. So God is
okay. The bishop had a gun.
Guns, plural.
You still got them? Where they at?
See, there you go. Now, see?
I got a song about that. The bishop's got a gun or two, and he's gonna come for you.
You better not try to run up in my house. You know, I tell you that.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
It's prison ministry in America. I'll let you know. All right.
Okay, Jonathan, why don't you tell us about how you got saved?
He's not saved, though. That's the thing. No, my bad. I'm sorry.
Mine ain't as dramatic as Elgin's. Mine was kind of, how can I say it? I was at my grandmother's funeral. This is back in '98 at my grandmother's funeral. And I just couldn't stop crying. My mom and aunts was up singing, and I just couldn't stop crying. I couldn't. People thought I was crying because, you know, my grandma was there. I miss my grandma. No, it wasn't that. You know, it wasn't that. I just don't know why I was crying. Don't know why I was crying. Then, you know, they gave the altar call like you do at every funeral. So I came up, and the pastor was like, see, God using you already, son. And, you know, that was like, okay, he using me? After I came up, like 5 or 6 more people came. And after they see, I was like, maybe he really is using me. And, you know, I hate to even say I gave my life to Christ at that point, but that didn't really affect how I lived my life after that funeral. I was good for about a week later, but until about a week after that, I mean, I went back to doing what I've been doing. And then I wanted to get wanted to get right, so I started visiting different churches, and then I had joined and got saved at 3 different churches in 3 weeks. So like week 1, I'm going down, they do the open the doors. I got saved and I joined the church. So I never went back to that church. Went to another church, did the same thing. Then I did the same thing another week. And so what really got me into it was I was at a bachelor party, drinking, and I wasn't even buzzing. Well, barely buzzing. And I drank a lot that night, and that really scared me. And after that, that's when I really decided in my heart to give my life to God for real. That was where it was at a bachelor party where I made the decision. Where they had strips there, no strippers, because they called themselves strippers, but they was raggedy. So I don't even call them strips. I call them strips. It was ashy. One of the girls, they had like hair on their underarms. Ashy, nappy. It's like, come on, man, be professional. Maybe that's why I didn't get drunk.
You wanted to throw up? Is that what it was?
They were strips.
And that's the thing, and John, because we want to hear yours too. But we just want to say, we know everybody has a testimony. Your testimony may not be as dramatic. You could have grew up in a nice two-parent house, who always, had funds to take care of things you need. You never had any issues. Your mom and dad could still be alive. You've always had this great life. But still, somewhere along the line, if you are a believer, Jesus stepped in and did something different in your life. So we just want to encourage you, man, share your testimony with folk. Please. But don't be them people that takes their testimony and turns it into a sitcom. Just share. So, John, go ahead, bro, because I know you got something. I know you was a thug, too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't a thug. People say I was a thug. People say I was a troublemaker. I don't see it. I disagree wholeheartedly. I was not.
Katie Pitbull.
I was a very nice guy. No, but I don't have any of those scary testimonies. I used to be in a dance troupe like
these dudes in a dance troupe.
You were really into dancing when you say dance. Huh? You were really into it.
It was a dance troupe.
Because most of us
we used to go do shows and everything. It was cool, but it was real cool. And the one guy, he was like a singer. He did R&B, but they still like before that they was like lukewarm Christians, but then they really dedicated them. They were still going back and forth to church or whatever. They invited us to their church, and it was like, I ain't going to no church, whatever, Like me and my boy, we was sitting down watching TV one day. And we was flicking through the channels, and we turned on, I think it was TBN or something, and we both looked at each other, and we were like, man, we look at this Christian, And so we flipped through the channel, and we both looked at each other and laughed. It was like we both kind of felt convicted because we was watching that. But then the next day, that's what they all supposed to go to church. And so she came by, the wife came by, and she was like, I'm going to come pick y'all up. And I was like, well, we ain't ready. We ain't going. We ain't got no clothes. He's like, I'm waiting on you. I couldn't really get out of it. And so I went and, got dressed and went. It was really just right down the street from where we lived. And I went there, and we had church, and that was all she wrote. From then on, because I always felt like something was missing. I know we always felt like something was missing in our lives. Yeah. It was like an empty hole in our heart that only God could fill. And I didn't know if I was supposed to be famous. I didn't know if I was supposed to be an actor or a writer or a singer. I knew it was something else I was supposed to be doing. But then once I got saved...
Not a dancer, in a dance troupe.
Oh, shut up. I could have been back up there. Backing up Bobby Brown.
You started off Usher and Chris Brown. Go ahead.
No, but it was at that... All it took for me to go was that one time. And then I knew that's where... I ain't going to say the church, but I knew that I was called. The transformation was like instant because actually the week that Saturday night, they had a Christmas party at the house it wasn't just a dance shoot because we had singers I mean, he was a singer, and he had backup singers, and he had security and all that, and dancers and all that. And he had other singers that was on his label. And he was like, if you're going to drink, put it in something so the kids can't see. And I tried it, and I had me a double deuce of St. Ives. And,
oh, wow.
Double deuce of St. Ives. I ain't heard double deuce in a minute.
I ain't heard St. Ives in a minute.
And I couldn't, the crooked letter. And I couldn't, I couldn't have like 2 sips, and it didn't taste right to me. So I went and poured it out, and that next day, that's when I went to church. And then that Saturday, no, I take that back. This was around Christmas. But that Thanksgiving before that, I was real heavy in smoking weed, and I saw a commercial on TV that said, if you're smoking marijuana, you hooked. And I was like, man, please, I ain't hooked. I can stop whenever I want to stop.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? I'm going to stop. I ain't hooked. And that Saturday, I was at my brother-in-law's house, and me and his baby mother, we was outside smoking a joint. And I was like, I'm finished for real. I ain't smoking no more weed. And that was it. No more weed, no more drinking, all that. And I just totally gave my life over to Christ. That one church service, that was it. So nothing dramatic happened to make me say do this. It was just like, okay, this is what I've been looking for my whole life.
And that's the beautiful thing about salvation, man, is that when it actually takes place, there's no denying it, for one. If you listen to our testimonies, when we got saved, there was no denying of salvation. It was like, okay, you called,
and I was
here.
Serious, too.
Yeah.
And I was serious about it because even to this day, I still was serious. Even when I was in the IC, I never understood how people could come to church. Because you know people. You in church, you know people in your church ain't living right. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's living right and who ain't living right. It's not hard to tell.
Yeah.
It was always bothered me that people was playing with God. It always bothered me. And, I couldn't see what the system was doing, but my relationship with God was always there. Regardless of what everybody else was doing, I was like, man, these brothers ain't doing nothing, they ain't studying, these sisters ain't, they living any kind of way they want to live. But where's their true relationship at? They don't have a relationship, because if they really had a relationship with God, they would be doing more. And that was the tradition in me. But still, if that was what we was taught and what we understood, there was still no commitment here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. We feel you, bro.
I love that, man. I love to hear people's testimonies, because you can hear how God, you can hear where the seeds was planted, and then you can see the actual salvation experience. One dude got saved and stopped doing stuff, dealing with some scripts. Another with you can just see, and that's the wonderful thing about God. So it tells us something. We should never tell people that they are too far away from God. You don't know what God is doing in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what God has done. Let God do what He's going to do.
Yep. All right. On that note, it's time for a break.
Don't play no emotions make you cry sometime either, boy.
No, we're playing Ralph Tresvant, Sensitivity.
Right.
Afternoon, he let the twilight shine, and his holy attributes stretch the finite mind.
Who is like him? There is none. Triune, holy, 3 in 1. But when all is said and done, God is amazing, amazing. His power cannot be compared. Exhaustive knowledge none can share. At all times, everywhere, God is amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Look, unlimited, infinite, universal, self-evident. This prince is the newest purple. Rain suspended in glistening beauty circles. Uninhibited through his spirit, a new reversal. No rehearsal. Yeah, it's a paradox, but God's omnipotence isn't hidden behind a mega rock that he couldn't lift. These critics better stop. New internal physics exhibits, he made the petawatt. The sun's energy, atoms within a laser. Atom needed an angle, Jesus became the center plot. Now that could be geometrically a cinema, Descartes, or DeMille. Emphasis on the metaphor. Or metaphor, you get the picture, but consider the depiction of his power. Is it fiction? Does it take prophetic vision or religion to envision philosophical spigot Biggie, the speculative admission. Nah, he's God anyway. We'll never break. His code to regenerate, then create in the face of death. Incomprehensive race, meditate, venerate. This deity speaking degrees centigrade. Now that's cold, ain't it? Better than Joe, name it. God delivers on his promise. You could quote Jacob. Omnipotence, omnibenevolence, power, preeminence. Bow to his excellence.
There is none, triune, holy, 3 in 1. When all is said and done, God is amazing, amazing. His power cannot be compared. Exhaustive knowledge none can share. At all times, everywhere, God is amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Understanding that fashion the sun to vanish and fashion the other planets. Imagine it from his vantage. Inhabitants under famines, having a stomach famished. He's not missing. If it's happening, it was managed with God's vision. His non-ending cognition called omniscience is harassing the underhanded. He sees into the plight of view of each conscience and reads into the mind, perusing each thought when even dudes that lies and move to keep cautious. Heed to ruthless crimes they do, then he hearkens, peeking through the blinds of fools in departments where evildoers hide in gloom and deep darkness. He knows the future. We see the point in certain sense. All things happen by his pre-appointed purposes. Even on the earth was his knowledge so impassable. We see Jesus knowing both the possible and actual. Whether boasting in sin or holding it in, he'll expose in the end, cause hearts are open to him. This theme's addressed in God's word. Observe Proverbs 15:11. Though he knows innocence, the vast and the minutia, he chose an affliction that evidence true love. Witness omniscience, wrath fell on his true son, being crushed for sins past, present, and future. Future, 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 future,
Who is like him? There is none. Triune, holy, 3 in 1. When all is said and done, God is amazing, amazing. His power cannot be compared. Exhaustive knowledge none can share. At all times, everywhere, God is amazing, amazing. Yeah.
The real treasure and worth. Answer, the Lord who fills heaven and earth. God in his essence is infinite, transcendent, unlimited, exhibited in omnipresence. All things before his eyes are laid bare as he governs the earth and skies with great care. There's not one sector or section that's undetected or left unaffected by his perfection. So I don't even need to smell the marijuana stench to know my God is deeper than the Mariana Trench. The calculation is 36,000 feet below sea level, about 7 miles deep. If you got to the bottom without imploding from the weight, God would be waiting there saying, yo man, you're late. In the farthest galaxies, my God has the glory. Cause distance for God is a non-category. Amazingly, God is able to be in Haiti and Greece, Jamaica and Sweden, Barbados, New Zealand, Lithuania, Egypt, Malaysia, Tunisia, and the Arabian Sea simultaneously. Before him, everything is naked and exposed. That means there will be no escaping for his foes. God's presence and his wrath will torment the sinner in hell. But those who trust Christ, with him he will dwell forever, 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 forever,
God is amazing.
God is amazing.
God is amazing. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all know if it's kind of it's IC-ish to say stuff like, God kept me. They sing the song, but can y'all think over some of the stuff y'all did where y'all should have been dead and share that where God really kept you?
Yeah, I got a lot, but let's get this caller first.
Yeah, we'll get that caller.
Let's hold that, because I got a whole lot. Yeah, should have been dead moments. But caller from the 412, again, we have no agenda today, no topic. It's an open mic. What's up? Who we got?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Revolution.
Revolution in the building.
That's right. Hey, first of all, Jonathan, hey, man, you That man, you did your thing on that, man.
Oh man, appreciate it, bro.
I was sitting there just like, this dude actually is funny. He actually got timing.
Wow. Man, you gonna make me blush, man. You making me blush.
Man, you gotta put that. You got that stuff up on YouTube or something?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It's on there.
Okay. Post up a link. You know, while we
I'll
talk.
put it on your wall. I got another clip I'm playing later. I got one more clip I'm playing later.
Yeah, put that. Man, get your stuff out there, man. We got. You know, you gotta blow up. 'Cause that was funny. You know, but and the other thing, real quick. Brother Elgin.
Yes, sir.
Man, for real, I thought just from my overall, just listening to you for a few months and everything, man, I thought you was one of the members of the cross movement. The way you was talking about everything. But after today's freestyle, I know you wasn't nowhere near. I was sailing mistaken. But when we have to learn how to stay in our lane, doing the real talk radio is your lane. Getting into the hip hop may not be your lane, man. And know this, I ain't in that lane either. So we're going. But can I just say something? Hey, this is actually very therapeutic for just listening to the stories, to the poetry and everything like that. I'm going through right now. I got fired a couple weeks ago because I want to start my own business, and they feel that I'm going to be in competition with them, and then so right now I'm in this limbo state. So it's kind of when you're worried about what bills you got to pay from what money you ain't got that you ain't have. It's good to laugh it off and really do something. But I just called in just to share that and just to say thank you guys for doing what you do. But can I share my little salvation story?
Oh please!
Okay. I thought you was gonna spit something.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna spit too.
Oh no spitting here. No spitting here. I know how I am. I ain't no good on the mic. But
sure. Go ahead. No.
Yeah, you just about as bad as Elgin.
Is that what it is now? You want to pile on? Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, brother. Let it go ahead.
All right. See, one thing about everyone always have, and I've always been jealous. I would say jealous of everyone who has these really deep and profound salvation stories. People off the brink of death. Elgin, your story blessed me, but I kind of jealous because that's not my story. Twins, your stories was cool, but that ain't my story. For real, look, my salvation story is the mere fact that I was in college, okay, and I was getting ready to just live it up and, do it big because I was, like you said, a drug baby. Yeah, I was one of them too. From the time that I was as long as I can remember, I was in church every Sunday. Then when my mom got saved, we left the Baptist non-saved people church and went to a Pentecostal, really, really saved people church. And then we started going every other day type of thing. So, I went through all that, got into college, and now I'm forget all that church. I'm going to live it up, and I'm going to do my thing. And you know what the sad part about it was? It only lasted a month. Got up there in September. By October, I was in church every Sunday. And really, what happened was I met a girl up there, and she was, like that Lauryn Hill, chocolate brown, sexy, fine thing.
Oh my goodness.
That type.
I hope you're talking about your wife.
No, I'm not talking about my wife. No, I ain't even met my wife.
Okay, listen to
but
the
I
show.
remember looking at her, and she looked at me and said, now she was a senior, I'm a freshman. She stood up and said, listen, are you saved? And, I went around to this, She's like, well, brother, you need to get saved. So I ain't going to, that was it. I didn't even have to, I just was like, okay, if this means I can get to talk to you, then, I'm going to go up there and, get saved. Mm-hmm. And, God touched me and never got a chance to even actually talk to her. I just ended up in the church, being, loving God, loving Jesus, and then understanding, began to, really get involved. And then, a little later, but, I'm just saying, it was like, for me, I'm a church boy, been a church boy. And as soon as I wanted to get out the church, it just drew me back in. So I ain't got nothing deep. Ain't got nothing, So when you talk about those, when y'all get into those, the Lord kept me moments, I really, I really don't have any of those because I didn't do much of anything until I got to be, an adult. But that's me.
All right.
Over. Yeah, I'm saying I know I'm a buzzkill. That's
no,
what I
bro.
Wait. Not at all. Not at all. We, the lines are open, so anybody, call in. Call in.
Oh, I was going to say.
We do have another caller too.
Okay, before you bring the call, I just wanted to say this: that it's funny how when we think about the IC and the trappings of the IC, how God still saves His people in spite of them being trapped inside of that tradition. In spite of, He still saves people. So we, most of us who come out of the IC, the majority of us were saved in the IC. So, the IC ain't 100% evil. It ain't 100% bad. There's still some good things that go on in there, but I just won't be a part of it anymore.
I feel you. Go ahead, Brother Len.
All right.
Yeah. No, just to add on to that is I don't necessarily I feel that what Twin was saying about the the IC church and about it, I think that they got it down packed on introducing Christ to us. I think they got it down packed. At least in some cases. They got it right for that. The problem is understanding, the maintenance of it.
Gotcha.
Because then once you get involved, then you start understanding the inner workings, and that's where I had a problem with it. Because when I began to see, especially going up in the ranks, still getting into the ministry, and then being an armor bearer, then being just going off the line, and when you begin to see what's going on behind the scenes, and how the pastors are talking to each other behind the scenes, and then you look at yourself and you're like, something about this just ain't right.
Yeah.
So like when for me when Kevin talks about having that Kevin Oliver spirit of just asking questions, I understand what you're talking about because that happened to me. And the moment that I started asking questions, everything, within my IC began to change towards me. And I think that a lot of times when people feel like they have to, when they feel that way, pastors are real threatened by, free thinkers. They're real threatened by it. And so understand that when we come around to this place where we have to question who is are we living for Christ? Are we living for God? Or are we living for your vision? So, like, if we stay with understand, begin to ask questions, that's where, like, with me, that's when I had to, my breakout, because, when you begin to, when I began to ask, next thing you know, the sermon started going towards me. Then, the whole, thing of, whatever it was, I wasn't good enough, I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't this, I wasn't that, And I'm like, all I want to do is just love God and be a part,
Yeah. All right. You got the lines lit up, Brother Leonard. Got another caller in the queue. Gonna put you on hold. Yeah, put you back on hold, man. Let's continue to listen, man. Appreciate your support, man. Appreciate your support. In some ways, it's almost like a dual conversion. You convert it to the body of Christ, and almost immediately, if not at the same time, you're converted to the institutional church system. So, and that's just how I see it. You convert to the body of Christ, and then you're converted immediately, if not right then. And it just depends. Everybody's not the same. But, dual conversion. So, 212, you are live on Real Talk Radio. Who we have?
Hi, this is Chippy.
Chippy in the building.
Got the Lower East Side flow.
Lower East Side. Elias in the house.
Chippy.
Stop that.
No pressure. No pressure. Go ahead, Chippy.
I want to give my little testimony. Well, it's not a huge testimony, but it's almost a similar story to what that guy was talking about. I got saved. Well, I've been taught the Word of God all my life. But the thing is, in high school, I got saved because I went to one of these artsy schools in the city, and a lot of people in the choir were saved. And, somehow we talked and everything. Next thing you know, I'm talking about God, and I got saved then. But it wasn't good enough. I joined a Baptist church for a little while, and got baptized and all that. And then it still wasn't good enough for some people because I'm not a churchy person, and I will kind of say things sometimes that kind of throw people off, and they kind of held it against me, So after a while, when I joined the IC, then at that point, these same people who didn't think I was saved finally acknowledged the fact that I was, for strange reasons. The Baptist church wasn't good enough. Being saved in the high school wasn't good enough, but going to the IC and walking up to the altar and getting wet again was the thing that got these people to say, "Oh yeah, Chippy's saved." I don't know, and I'm kind of like I'm still the same person. It's just I don't use foul words over the place, and I don't drink or smoke or anything like that. I'm not a street person or anything, But for some strange reason, they didn't think I was safe.
Chippy the hood. You were hood.
I'm hood? Really? I didn't think I was.
No, I'm just messing.
Just being messy is what he's doing.
Yeah, he said he's messy. John is messy.
I mean, I guess because I was from the Lower East Side or whatever, from, certain areas of the city, people equate, certain things about you. And I guess because I'm from there, they definitely thought I was like, not, Brooklyn and Manhattan, all these areas are different in the way they express their, their personality. And LES is very ethnic in a lot of different cultures. And it's kind of melding together, so you can almost hear it in my voice. You can hear the different sounds, But, they thought I was, like, hoodish and, and like to fight.
I understand, because I was, well, I don't understand quite as much as that, because I did. But somebody asked a question about the baptism in the chat room. Talking about how many times have we been baptized. I've lost count. Okay.
We're not talking about in your bathtub, Elgin.
I got baptized twice.
I've been baptized 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Wow.
Only baptized once.
Which one took?
Hopefully that last one.
Hey, but when I got baptized, I made the preacher mad at me because I had some Alka-Seltzer in my socks and in my pocket. When he pulled me out the water, he was like, "What the heck?"
He got a demon.
Because he ain't say heck, you know what he said.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Oh, wow. All right, Trippy, you got anything else before you go?
No, I just wanted to share. You know, I kind of like one of those clumsy Christians where people kind of look at me and go, "Why she just said that for?" And I purposely do it because I feel like everybody's so stuck up and, you know, overly religious and boring.
Yeah.
And I kind of like...
A lot of people are. So a lot of people are.
Yeah, but Christians are extra special with that.
Extra special stuck up.
Extra special.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll get off the phone. Bye.
All right,
bye. Yeah, everybody's salvation conversion is different. Everybody had a different story. Everybody didn't have a hard knock life. Everybody didn't have it like Elgin was saying. Everybody had that.
Yeah. I got to shout out, man. Shout out to all the church parking lot attendants who came to hear word from God, but they can't because they got to make sure that ain't nobody parking in the pastor's spot.
And shout out to all the ushers who got corn on their feet.
Who?
All the ushers who got corns on their feet.
Corny, man. Just stop. Just stop. Shout out to all the armor bearers who tired of getting up and wiping the sweat off the pad of the head because he keep moving. He's supposed to be in the pulpit, but he walking down the aisle.
Man, shout out to all the deacons who collecting and counting the tithes money and still have a gambling addiction. Shout out to you. I know temptation must be heavy for you, bro.
Right. They got to count. Sometimes when you count the money, you got to count the money like 2 or 3 times because people keep miscounting.
Right.
Pastor be like, how much we got? Last time we had $250. This time we got $375. Count the money again. We got to reach our goal of $500 this morning.
Shout out to our first Sunday Christians who only come for communion because they think it's real wine in the communion cup. Shout out to them. First Sunday on Christians.
Shout out to all the CME Christians. Christmas, Mother's Day, Easter. Go 3 times a year. Bless you.
And a shout out to all the people who don't come on Communion Sunday because they know it takes too long.
Oh, man. All right, so you asked a question, didn't you? What question did you ask?
I asked, we often say the Lord kept me. This is before you got saved. All the stuff that should have killed you, but it didn't because the Lord had a plan for your life. Y'all have some of those stories?
A lot. I know I got a lot.
Yeah, I got quite a few, bro. Pick one, Jonathan.
Pick one. Oof. All right, I remember about 8 years old, man. I was driving. Well, I was not driving.
You was driving at 8? You just got driving Elgin with his AOL on Facebook at 8.
Black Planet, bro. Black Planet.
Back in '83, I was driving.
I've always liked cougars. Go ahead.
I was in the back seat of my aunt's car. He was driving, and somehow or another, the back door flew open, and I'm holding on to the door and the seat belt, and I'm like literally dangling out of the car. And my head is like inches away from the ground, and we like driving like. We're not really going too fast, maybe like 30 miles an hour or something, but that's too fast for an 8-year-old to fall out of the car. And I'm like literally holding on with my dear strength, and this is a voice in my head telling me, just let go, this is going to bump your head, this is going to be a bruise, you might get split up a little bit, but it ain't going to be too bad, let go. And it seemed like I was out there dangling for hours. I mean, that's how I felt, like it was hours. It was only a few seconds, but it was out. It felt like hours. And it was something telling me to let go, just let go. You'll be okay. Let go. But God.
I was sitting there. I remember that when it happened. I was sitting there just looking at him, like, I want to do that. That looked fun.
Yep. Yeah. And then one time when John actually fell out of a second-story window. He fell out of a second-story window into some sticker bushes.
It's not bad enough that he fell out of 2-story. It's what he landed on.
Some stickers in his drawers, in his tight whities.
We wasn't in our drawers, fool. We had our coats on.
Okay, he fell out, and I was mad at your boy. I was like, why you ain't fly like Superman? I asked you why you ain't fly, and you know what he said?
I tried.
That's what he said. Yep, but this was, I mean, I got plenty of them stories, man. Plenty of them stories.
Y'all out of control, man.
What about you, y'all ever been into a bar fight, a bar brawl?
I was in the military, so you know what that's like.
I mean, I've been in 2 bar brawls. One of my best friends lost a couple teeth. One of my friends lost, he got his lip split from like from the top of his lip all the way down to his chin. One of my boys, his girl, got hit in the side of the head with a pitcher of beer. Like the next day, we went back to the club after all the big bar brawls.
Yeah.
And the bouncers all had casts on. One of them had a cast on his arm. One of them had a cast on his leg. One of them wasn't there. Like, how y'all get into the fight anyway? I guess they were trying to break it up, but they got whooped up too. But I thank God, like, my boy, they all started calling him. Well, they didn't start calling him, but he was like in the middle of it. And he was just standing there, and some dude was trying to holler at one of his female friends. They were just friends. And he went up to her and spoke to her, and she finally spoke back to him. And so, you trying to, this your boy? Oh, I'll F him up too. And back then I was little dude in the club that we was out there with. So he came and got me. And so he's trying to get a crowd around me. So he stole on him. And this is the funny thing. Me and him was thinking the same thing at the same time. But this back when everybody had pagers. He had my pager. And they was down there, like he stole him. It was like his boy was ready for it, but they all attacked him. It's like something you see on TV. They all jumped him, like soon, like they came from all different parts of the club and just ran and attacked him at the same time. And they was punching him and kicking on him and trying to stomp him. And he was just holed up in a little ball. And he was like, man, I hope I don't lose John Pager. And the whole time I'm running to the bar, grabbing Coronas off the bar, start throwing. I was like, man, he better not lose my Pager.
Not worried about his safety.
No, I was worried about my Pager.
Okay. But worried about how people are going to get a hold of him. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm telling you, some of my stories, man, sound like an episode of The Wire or New Jack City. I mean, because that's the type of environment that I grew up in. I grew up in the hood. So I used to live with a family member who had just decided he's going to settle down, he's getting out of the game, all these things. He's not doing what he used to do anymore. So we moved to another area. Well, one morning, I got up, like, yo, man, I got to take some French toast. Went downstairs, looked in the fridge. We had like 2 eggs, no bread. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to go to the store, get some stuff real quick. And live right around the corner from the store. So I leave, hop into my Bronco. I had a Bronco like OJ, but a blue joint. Love that, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I wish I could get another one. Anyway, so I'm driving to the store. I'm in there, doing my thing. Come back. Yo, it's 4 police cars out there, 2 ambulances. All this stuff then took place. So I just pull up, and they're all in front of my house. The moment that I left the house and got around the corner, some dudes tried to run up into my cousin's house. 16 shots was fired. My cousin's gun jammed. No one was killed, though, out of all that was taking place. And it was just so wonderful looking back how I was only gone for like 2 or 3 minutes before this happened. My cousin carried, I carried. If I would have been there, I would have came downstairs shooting. And it would have just been this huge completely different story. But it was amazing how hindsight, he's doing well now, got a great job, great wife, son, living a wonderful life, doing the right thing. I mean, it's just amazing how God was able to keep us in that situation because it's only but God. He had one dude point blank range and his gun jammed. That's just. And I mean, I can go with multiple stories. You know, the stupid stuff that I did throughout the years, unprotected sex, drunk driving, just random stupid stuff that I used to do. But God.
You ever blacked out driving?
I never blacked out driving, but I drove every lane one time.
I blacked out driving. I remember getting off the highway, and it's probably about 11 miles to where I was supposed to go. I do not, because this was I was active duty, and when I got off the highway, it was like before I got to base, it was like 11-mile stretch through the city to get to the base. I do not remember anything going through the city. I remember getting off the highway, and I remember pulling up at my bed. That's all I remember. Everything else about the night I remember, but that part, I was gone. It was me by myself. I did not know how I made it back to the barracks.
And it's amazing because even when I look back at those but God moments, I don't want to give anybody the impression that just, a light switch popped on and now all of a sudden I'm going to be all for the Lord. Man, please. After all of them but Gods, it was like, okay, man, we could have did this. We made it. Man, lucky, exactly, lucky. And went back and doing the same foolish thing. But the one thing I can now is I can share these stories with people. I love to have these conversations with my daughter, particularly when she's talking about some of the things that some of the peer pressure and things that her friends are facing and dealing with. I have stories in my repertoire, I like that word, that I can pull up and give her and say, well, babe, this is how you can look at it. Show them a little grace because Dad, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. It's like, oh, okay. It really helps people out, man.
Wisdom. Yeah. We all got them playing. Wow. Yeah. I can get more, but I'll stop there. Let's see.
Keep it PG.
I ain't gonna go there. We ain't going there. I'm gonna give them a shout out. Shout out to the baby's mamas giving their kids NyQuil so they can go to sleep.
Babysitter won't have a hard time.
Right.
I didn't use NyQuil. Your boy used drill. Benadryl, just a couple.
Anything to make their kids go to sleep.
Put your kid in a quick coma so you can get your party.
Oh man, okay. All right. I want to play the second part, man. This other part of my comedy, man. Let me know what y'all think.
What about when you go to church? I like going. Anybody here go to church? Amen. I go to church. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't always been in church. I ain't always been saved. I used to be an atheist. Any atheists in here? Somebody say it? Let me tell y'all why I'm not an atheist no more. One time we was out on a fishing trip. It was me, Calvin, and see, that's why he took it. Calvin, he was the atheist right with me. And there was our friend named Steve. We was all atheists, right? We was out on a fishing trip just admiring the beauty of the Big Bang. Just look at all this, the Big Bang, evolution done got us all here. We just admiring. All of a sudden, a bear jumped out. And so Calvin was the fastest, so he took off. I'm like, man, come on back, Calvin, don't leave us. And then so it's me and Steve, we racing. I look at Steve. Steve look at me. Steve's like, man, we ain't gonna be able to outrun this bear. I said, Steve, I ain't got to outrun the bear. I got to outrun you. So I outrun him, and the bear jump on Steve's back. The bear about to kill him. Bear like, all of a sudden, Steve was like, Lord, oh God. Everything freeze. Clouds part, a voice from heaven. You called my son? And Steve's like, oh God, you're real? Me and Calvin were like, he's real. And then all of a sudden he said, God, it would be hypocritical of you to save me, so can you do me a favor and make this bear a Christian? God said, it is done, my son. All of a sudden the bear's like, thank you, Lord, for this food. Ever since that day, me and Calvin been saved. I don't know what happened to Steve, his friend. He was saved. I don't know how much time I got. Okay, let me tell y'all, there's a few things happen in church that I don't like lying in church. There's a lot of lying going on in church, especially up in the pulpit. Any pastors in here? You got a few pastors? Okay. You a pastor, don't lie. Don't get up there and say, I ain't going to be before you long today. Don't do that. Especially if you know you're going to win. Don't do that. Don't do that. And on the other end, don't get up here and say, I'm about to close. I'm closing my Bible. I'm about to close. But then you put out an iPad and keep going. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's some other lines from the congregation, too. You know, everybody's back. Falling out, pastor laying hands on you, everybody's falling out. Quit faking, y'all. If the spirit ain't hit you, don't go down. This is serious. Don't be faking. Don't play with God like that. And let me tell y'all what happened to me one time. Dude was laying hands, and I wasn't going down. I mean, he was laying hands hard. I was thinking to myself, I ain't going down, bro. I ain't going down. And then he got real close to my ear and whispered. Everybody thought he was praying for me. He was like, brother, you're making me look bad. You have to go down. You have to go down, brother. You have to go down. And then one of the captain people behind me, he kneed me in the back of the knee like, man. So y'all knew I went down, right? And then the next time I came up, he called me up. I ain't even fight it because his breath stank, so I went down. That should be the only time you fake it, his breath stank. Oh, man. What else going on? What else is going on in the church? What about the preacher hype man? Y'all know the preacher hype man is? That's the preacher can't say nothing without you saying, amen! Hallelujah! And so he can't get a word out of his mouth without you shouting. Let me tell you how to go to sleep in church. I used to sit in the pulpit. Me and Calvin getting there sometimes. If he wasn't up on the camcorder, he like, I used to zoom in on you in that pulpit. I'm like, for real? It's etiquette to fall asleep in the pulpit. You know you got some big old chairs like way over here. Okay. So you sit, put the Bible on your lap. You got to open up to the 23rd Psalm or something. Open it up. Just go to sleep. You can't be snoring. You can't snore. And then when you wake up and realize that you fell asleep, you can't just get up. You got to turn the pages on the Bible. Niggas feel like you was reading. You ever been sleeping, just been startled real quick? It happened to me one time. I was asleep, turning the pages. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! He looked at me like, brother, what are you talking about? Man, let me talk about one more thing, and I'm going to get out of here, man. Because I am hungry. They said I got food in the back, but I'm hungry. I've been on a fast, y'all. I've been fasting for the last 21 minutes.
That fast joint was funny. Especially when you're hungry right now. You kind of funny, man. You got a joke or two.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, I want to give another shout out again to all the servers and bus boys who are going to be getting extra tips today around this time up until about 5 o'clock. Shout out to you. At Red Lobster, Golden Corral, and Olive Garden. Double shout out. Yeah.
A shout out to all the men who got to stay and clean the church when they really don't want to.
Shout out to all the wives of the men who got to wait around for their husbands.
Shout out to all the kids.
That's why kids don't
give a shout out to all the kids getting pink for falling asleep.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
My mama got a pinching demon.
Now he want to start talking about demons. Let's not talk about demons.
Why not? It's an open mic.
Leave the demons alone. Lord have mercy, because everybody got a demon. Some type of demon, boy. Oh, I'm back. My left demon just kicked up just now. I'm back. I'm good. Boy, I'm telling you, doing a radio show with these dudes is so funny. if you could hear some of the pre-show, oh my goodness.
Yeah, y'all would really say extra prayers for Elgin. Y'all would like lay an intercession for this brother.
Elgin got major issues. And he try to put it off on everybody else.
I'm really a laid-back, quiet dude. I don't talk a whole lot. I'm really introspective. I don't, I'm not.
And anytime Elgin don't get his way, he always accuses us of jumping him.
I'm not even going to talk about y'all jumping me. We're going to leave that alone.
Oh, man. Well, it was a good show, guys. Huh?
I said football season, bro.
Oh, yeah, draft next week, huh?
That's next week. Mm-hmm.
What's next week?
The draft.
That's this week. That's this Thursday. Start Thursday.
Today is Sunday.
All you fantasy football gurus out there, get ready.
I'm going to play this year, man.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Play this year. I'm excited, man. You got, the draft. I'm only going to watch the first 2 or 3 picks. That's about it. The draft be like 3 or 4 days, dog.
I think it's better that way. That they do the first 2 or 3 rounds on Thursday night, and they do a couple on Friday, and it finish out on. Is that how they do it now?
Yeah, that's exactly how they do it. I know women be mad at their husbands at that time. Lord have mercy.
Give a shout out to them.
Yeah. I got another shout out too. Shout out to the women who be mad at their husbands for watching football on Sunday. And this is a shout out to the couples that be arguing about time when we watching the game and the woman be like, "How much longer you got?" And we be like 5 minutes, and it take like 30 minutes.
Because like say 5 minutes left in the game.
Right, and we be like, it's 5 minutes left, and it take 30. It's the same 5 minutes. Like when we ask you how long it's gonna be, and you say 5 minutes, it's the same 5 minutes. Shout out to those fighting couples.
Fighting couples. Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Shut up. Y'all know that be happening.
No, bro.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
But ladies and gentlemen, man, we thank y'all for tuning in to this Sunday's Real Talk Radio. We about to close this joint, about to shut this joint down. Just a couple of brief announcements. Real brief. Next week, we will not have a live show. We're going to air one of our old shows. We're going to take a break next week, man. We just really need to take care of some stuff in our personal lives. We got some endeavors we're going to handle. So we're not going to have a show next week, and we're not sure which show we're going to actually air out of the archives, but there will be something next week.
Well, you know what? Let's be real. Let's keep it real. It's real talk, right? The reason we're not having a show next week is because Elgin been invited to preach at Creflo Dollar Church.
And so he did tell half the truth. I am going to a church next week and preaching. So
at Creflo.
I'm auditioning for a pastorship, so I'm taking next Sunday off. And pray for the boy. That there's a word from the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
No. Next week at this time, your boy will be sitting down eating some breakfast at a buffet somewhere. We're not having a show. We're just going to chill. We just really need to recoup. We're going to try to do some new things, though, when the show comes back. We have a series that we're going to jump into, man. It's called the Manhood Series. We're going to do 3 shows, and we ain't going to do nothing but talk about men's issues. And when we talk about men's issues, we're not talking about from a standpoint of defending men. We're going to be hitting some issues hard. Issues like pride. Pride is one that we're going to deal with, we're going to tackle, because it's an issue that men specifically deal with. Then we're going to punch that lust demon right in the mouth. We're going to have a 2-hour show, maybe longer, and we're going to deal with lust. We're going to talk about lust because the summertime's coming up, and ladies wear less and less clothing. We want to hit some things that brothers are struggling with, give some people some stuff to equip them to have some victory in their life. Because for that lust show, man, what is that sermon with that teaching we just listened to, Jonathan, by Apostasy Watch? You want to put that in the chat room if you have it off the top of your head? Or we can put it
It's apostasywash.org and go to the free audio. And I'm not sure the date, but it's probably in March sometime, I think. But if you go to March, just go to 2012. Go to the free audio at apostasywash.org. And there's a link that says free audio. And then there's once you go there, 2012, you'll see the show is called Escaping Pornography.
Escaping Pornography, yeah. And the one thing that we liked about the show is we've heard a lot of teachings on pornography, on how to have victory, and most of those teachings truly just gave you a blanket way of covering up your pornography usage. This teaching will give you the tools that you need to defeat and kill that booger from the gates. You'll be able to have some victory over that, and we really want to talk about these things that men are dealing with, because we asking the question, where are the men? Where y'all at? Because it seems like y'all missing in action. We got to help this thing and deal with it. And we haven't decided what that last show of the series is going to be just yet. But, men, we coming down your alley. We got to address some things to help us focus.
Elgin might be coming down your alley, but we just coming to talk. I'm coming to talk.
I'm coming down your alley because I want to know what's going on.
I know you were coming down the alley.
You want a whole other level. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. Go on down the alley, Elgin. Go on down the alley.
I'm coming down here.
We'll be coming around the alley when he comes.
He's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have taken this show to a whole new level. Okay? But, man, that's what we're doing, man. And we ask that you would communicate with us and talk to us, man, through our email address realtalkradio@gmail.com. Email us your questions, comments, anything that you have, criticisms, show ideas. Come talk to us. Address some things with us. We got a YouTube channel.
Before you talk about that, I just wanted to say, we just wanted to put this out there. Just because you suggest the show to us, don't mean we're going to necessarily tackle that. We're going to do that show.
No, they can't be that foolish to think that. But anyway, I'm glad you gave the disclaimer. But we have a YouTube channel
we will
now.
Consider it. Go ahead.
www. I don't think you have to say that anymore. People should realize that by now.
And it's only 3 W's, not 4.
And that's why your microphone, your microwave is broke, because I keep hearing you in the background.
You keep hearing that microwave in the background?
Greedy dude. Wait a few minutes. We almost done the show. See, I didn't want to because I know he's hungry and he get mad. And
go ahead, www.
Done.
Yeah, www.youtube.com/For Real Talk Radio. And if you're not busy tonight, check out a good friend in the Apologetics Research Center tonight here on Blog Talk. This brother, he carries around, he called a battle bag. I mean, he got the Greek lexicon, the Hebrew lexicon. He's a good brother. He joins us a lot. So check him out. Art Studios tonight here on Blog Talk. We're good, man. Check out the YouTube channel. It's just our shows. We'll put some pictures on it. Yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. We about to put some videos up, of us talking and dialogue, joking. And every show that we do, you can find on Blog Talk/Church Folk Radio, and you can also find them on the YouTube channel. So let's do
the Church Folk Revolution.
He got his correction drawers on right now because every time
accuracy bother me.
His breath smells just like judgment.
Wow.
And your accuracy smells like wrongness.
Stop.
Go ahead, move forward. Take over because your brother just lost.
Y'all want to go out on a freestyle, man? Y'all want to freestyle? Rap battle.
You go ahead and freestyle.
Before you do, I just want to give one shout out. Shout out to all the pastors and preachers that can't speak right.
They can't speak right, mispronouncing words. Shout out to all the highfalutin people who say humble instead of humble. It is an H in there. It's humble. Shout out to everybody who put an S on Revelation. It's Revelation, not Revelations.
Shout out to the shout-outers.
Big ups. Big ups.
To Ray Earl and Junebug and them sitting on the corner drinking some Wild Irish Rose right now. We appreciate you from tuning in. You know what I mean? The barbershops, beauty shops.
YMCA. Shout out to everybody who's listening to this. We're going to listen to this later on.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's it. We're done. Jonathan, handle that. Oh.
Yeah. 16 stars. Radio, that's the end of my show. Head to where we have to go. Check back in 2 weeks. And your time don't get weak. Cause of me, selling half the earth. Don't get us no dirt. Yeah, another word that I messed up. I messed up, but oh well. Somebody take over. Grab it.
And shout out to my Lord Jesus Christ, who is the head of my life. I said I got the flow, and I say it again. I say it every time I rap, my friend. Yeah, like we said before, we just came to the end of the show. We got about 4 minutes left. What we gonna do? We gonna rap to me and you. Ellie L, take this out. Go!
I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I don't have nothing left in the chamber for y'all.
You whack. You whack.
Yeah. All right.
You whack.
Twin brothers whack.
We appreciate it. In a couple weeks.
Y'all ain't really ready.
Go!